Hi everyone, Assalamu alaikum. It's me Jafar Iqbali and I'm the student of Rehan School Kareem campus. So today we have the Lisa Marigo. So let's go and talk to her life journey. So hello, how are you?
Hi, Jeff. I'm doing great. Thank you. Thank you so much for having me. I just want to turn my notifications off because that's distracting.
Okay, so first of all, I want to ask you, please introduce yourself please introduce yourself.
Okay, I am Lisa Marie Cook. I'm retired. I used to be a special education teacher, and I was also office manager for 20 years. In a lot of ways, I feel like my career is just starting with the world of AI. So many opportunities are opening and just the yeah, it's just crazy. Even an old fart like me can have opportunities and start fresh careers. So I've been married 44 years and I have one grown son, and we live on a beautiful 40-acre farm in northwest Wisconsin. And my dreams are to someday maybe open a rescue farm here on our land. So,
Okay, that's awesome. Thank you so much for your introduction. So, my first question from you: what inspired you to start sharing your faith, inspiration, and rescue stories with the world?
um, I I believe that we're all connected, people, animals, or in even our dreams. Sharing my faith and these stories felt like a way to remind the world that hope, kindness, and second chances are still alive. Basically, I want to prove that we can do whatever we choose to do in this life. We just have to put our mind to it. So that's why I'm sharing what I am sharing.
Okay, that's amazing. Thank you so much for your answer. So, my next question from you: can you tell us about an animal rescue story that touched your heart the most?
Well, we I don't really have an animal rescue story yet other than my own animals, my pets. And we've had to rescue both our pets. They ended up getting stomped by our deer, the deer that we always have run through our property. The cats would always play tricks on them. They would hide up in the apple trees. And they knew the deer schedule when they come through, and they would hide up in the apple trees. And as soon as the deer were under the apple trees, they would jump out and scare the deer. It was a stupid game with them. Well, both of our cats, and it ended up backfiring on them, and they both got stomped. Not at the same time. First it was Roger, then it was Wilma, and I thought I was going to lose both my cats. That was traumatic for me. So, we nurse them back to health, and they're fine today, thank goodness. But really, that's the only animal rescue story I have. But what I'm doing before the animal rescue farm is open, I'm creating animated animal rescue stories, cartoon stories, to keep my dream alive until everything happens. Takes a lot of money to run an animal rescue. And so monetizing my YouTube channel and trying to create animated cartoons of animal rescue, to monetize my channel in order to open the rescue farm. So I'm learning a lot of new stuff with AI. And it's overwhelming for someone my age because I did not grow up with all of that stuff, all the technology, the computers, the cell phones. So I'm a late achiever here, but I'm going to prove that it's never too late. You can do whatever you want to do, especially with AI and the technology. It's wild. It's wild.
Okay, thank you so much for your answer. So, my another question from you: when did you realize that mindset plays a powerful role in shaping your life?
That's a loaded question. And I have learned this. It clicked for me during a very low point in my life when it seemed like many things are going wrong. You know, when things are going wrong in your life and it seems like everything bad always happens to me, at some point you have to stop and you have to realize that there's a common denominator to all the things that go wrong. And guess what that is? That is me. Okay? That's the common denominator. If things are going wrong continuously, something I am doing that is not right is attracting more of that. Okay? So I realized I could either focus on everything going wrong, or I could believe that everything was working for me, even if I couldn't see it yet. You know what I mean? Once you can change your mindset and just realize everything is just a matter of perception, right? So why not see things through rose-colored glasses? Why not expect the best instead of fearing the worst? Right? If we can change our mindset to do that, if we can consistently do that, every area of our lives is going to change, and it's going to change for the better. Just a matter of perception. Think about that.
Thank you so much for your amazing answer. So, thank you so much again. And my another question from you: how do buddies and granny bring hope not just to animals but to the people around them too?
Buddies and grannies, I think, show that no matter how small you feel, you can still be someone's light. Their adventures reminds people that one act of kindness can change a life, whether it's animal or human. It can change that life just by showing kindness. So I want to represent that in my vision. I, with these animated cartoons, I want people to receive a message through each one, whether it's in how to show kindness throughout the world, or whether it's how to help someone in need, how to put yourself out there, and just not expect anything in return. Just doing it because you want to. And not bragging about it, not going out there and tell everybody, well, I did my act of kindness today. I helped a neighbor. I did this. You know what? If it's true kindness and you are not expecting anything in return, you don't have to tell a soul. You don't have to tell anybody. In fact, I challenge you to do an act of kindness without anybody knowing that it was you. And never tell a soul. Never tell a soul. Just imagine what kind of feeling that gives you as a person. Because it shows you don't need to be applauded. You don't need any praise. You're just doing it because you are a good person and you want to have that ripple effect on the world. I'm just kind of chatty today. I apologize, but
No problem. So thank you so much for your amazing answer, and I really appreciate it. So, my another question from you: which scripture or reflection has been your anchor during hard times?
I think the one thing that I always try to, I'm not saying I succeed at this every time because I'm human, I make mistakes, but what I try to do, and I do love my scriptures, but this is more reflection, I think. I try to reflect on gratitude. Whenever things get bad, you know, think about what you're grateful for. Get into a habit of writing down 10 things that you're grateful for every day. Every morning when you wake up, you know, pray thanking, be grateful to even awake again another day. You know, little things, things that we take for granted, be grateful for. The more that I show gratitude, the better things will go in my life. There is always things that we take for granted, the air that we breathe, a place to lay our head every night, legs to get me where I need to go, eyes to see the beauty of the world. If we cannot be grateful for the things that we already have, that situation will remain very, very difficult to grow without gratitude. In, in fact, it's impossible. It's impossible.
Okay, thank you so much for your answer. So, my another question from you: how has rescuing animals depend your own faith journey?
Well, I can't really answer that because we're not rescuing animals yet. It's just right now a vision here that I'm working on, and I just have not gotten the funds to be able to put that together yet. And and I'm not rushing it. I'm not freaking out. I'm not, oh my God, this has to happen now, or oh my God, I'm getting old. This needs to happen now. You know what? If it's gonna happen, it will happen. And if it doesn't happen, then God has got just a little different plan for me. You know, I have to trust my faith that things happen for me. They do not happen to me. They are happening for me because he has already chosen my path. You know, he has, and I have to trust that.
Okay, thank you so much for your answer. So, if you could describe your mission at Lisa Mary's My Journey in one sentence, so what would it be?
To inspire others, that's definitely what I want to be. I want to be an inspiration to others. Everybody has their own journey. I don't want people to think that, you know, this is a race. Everybody has to achieve what they want right now. You know, in America is the worst at this. Instant gratification is what everybody seeks. Instant gratification is not long lived. I mean, we have to work for the things that we want in life. So I want to represent something that, you know, there are new beginnings for people no matter what you've been through in your life, new beginnings for people and animals through love, faith, and storytelling. I dare you to imagine again. We get that taken away from us early on because we're babies and our parents cannot wait for us to walk and talk. you know. And then after that, it's sit down and be quiet, pay attention, sit down, be quiet, pay attention. And so we lose our imaginations early on because we're reprimanded to pay attention. Can't imagine why you're paying attention, right? So, you know what? Let our children imagine again. Let their imaginations go wild. I'm telling you, that child is going to grow up much happier.
Thank you so much for your answer. So, can you share a personal experience where the law of attraction helped you create a positive change?
Yeah, I sure. When I shifted my focus to gratitude, even before things changed, opportunities started finding me instead of me chasing them. Or it feels like magic. Like it's just where everything works out for me. Everything always works out for me. And if you walk through your day knowing this, thinking this, and being grateful for everything you already have, right? It- It's just faith in action. So I dare you to try it. I mean, walk around with that positive attitude every single day. Always look for the best in everybody that you meet. Don't assume anything. Never assume that you know what's going on in somebody's life. Never do that. Assume means it makes an ass out of you and me. That's what it spells. So don't do that.
Okay, thank you so much for your amazing answer. So, what keeps you motivated on days when life feels overwhelming?
Uh, I try to remember that someone somewhere, and I do, I think this, you know, somebody somewhere is waiting for the light that I'm carrying. And if I quit, they may never see it. Right? So if overwhelm is going to stop you from doing something, you got to take a step back, put things in bite size, make smaller actionable things that you can do. Just take it smaller. Back up. It's not a race. It's not a race for anybody. We are each on our own journey, and we are each at that certain path and point for a specific reason. And know it is the best thing for you. So don't rush things. Take it slow. Enjoy the process. That's the journey. Life is the journey. So enjoy it.
Yeah, of course. Thank you so much for your amazing answer. So, my another question from you: what is the biggest lesson you have learned from the animals and you have saved?
Well, I haven't saved any animals except for my two kitties. I nurse them back to health, but um, healing takes time. Trust is built slowly, but unconditional love has the power to rewrite even the saddest stories. So just know that everything takes time, everything is for a reason, and just slow down and trust the process.
Okay. So, my another question from you: how do you stay grounded and hopeful in the middle of tough challenges?
Um, I try to ground myself by being in nature and being just that grounded. I have this spot up in the hills here that I like to go meditate, and I'll hike up there and I'll take my shoes and socks off, and so I am literally grounded to nature and the earth, and And when I do things like that and meditate, I feel that. I feel that. So I get quiet, I pray, and I remind myself that God's timing is always better than mine, even if I don't understand it yet.
Okay, thank you so much. So, what advice would you give to someone who dreams of making a difference but feels too small to start?
Too small to start. Start anyway. Start anyway. In order to get better at something, you have to start. You have to do it. Are you going to make mistakes? Absolutely. We all do. Nobody's perfect. We're human beings. But, God gave us that grace, to be able to make mistakes, without being beheaded for it. The world doesn't need perfect. It needs people brave enough to care, even if their hands are shaking.
Okay, thank you so much. So, can you tell us about a moment during a rescue that filled you with pure joy?
I can't because, as I said, I have no rescue stories other than the two kittens. But that'll change. That'll change. And I there's a kind of a connection between animals and humans, and you either feel it or you don't. There's a sense of loyalty, there's a sense of love and companionship that not is always felt. Do you know what I mean? Animals, you can sense their loyalty, and that just makes my heart burst. I love that. And being alone with an animal, I seem to be find more gratitude than I ever did for all the things that I have or can do. And having that gratitude is so important, because if we are not grateful for the things that we already have, even all the things that we take for granted that just occur every single day, then you're never going to grow as a person. You're never going to be the best version that you can be. If you are not grateful for what you already have, you are not going to get more. You just aren't. Does that make sense?
Yes, thank you so much for your answer. So, how has sharing your personal journey publicly changed your view of yourself?
Um, I believe in myself so much more now than I ever did. Um, it's helped me to see that, we all have scars, but scars, they don't have to be shameful. They're proof that healing is real and that we are never too broken to make a difference. So I believe in myself. I know that I can do anything that I choose to do. And knowing that I have that choice just makes me a happier person. So most of my journey is involved with personal development. That is the first and the utmost important to me, is that I continue to grow as a person. And believe me, we all have room to grow. We all do. And I'm just trying to be my best version. So my journey of personal development, that is what I'm sharing with my audience. Just real life experiences. I mean, we're raising chickens now, so I've been sharing that journey, which has been fun and cool, and just sharing my life and my journey and my personal development with my audience. So, and I think they can take me for whatever they want to take me for. I don't have one certain thing that I am focusing on. I mean, there's so many things that I enjoy. And I want to be more that well rounded person where I can, offer whatever to whoever and just be in that situation that I can do nice things for people if I choose to. If I choose to. So that's that's basically it. I'm just trying to be my best version. And I encourage others to do the same. So I'm not sure what happened, but I think we lost Hijab. I'm the only one in the show right now, and I cannot end the show. So what do you want to do? Anybody out there watching? Got any questions? Otherwise, I don't know. I suppose I could just leave. And I'm not sure what happened. Hi, Jeb. Thank you so much for your time and letting me speak. And I hope you have a wonderful day. Bye. Let's see if I can leave. I don't know. Yeah.
Hey everyone, sorry for here is some net issue. So thank you so much, Lisa, for sharing your heart, your journey, and your light with us today. Like your word remind us that faith, kindness, and small step can truly change the world. So to everyone watching, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe if that inspired you. And remember, your story matters too. So again, thank you so much, Lisa. If you're watching, again, thank you so much, Lisa, for coming in my show and to be a guest in my interview. So bye bye.